Hello everyone, welcome to the virtual class. I hope all of you are enjoying learning through virtual mode. In previous lecture, I have discussed calculation of bed days and room days with different varieties of questions. This is last area of our discussion under the chapter operating costing. Today I would like to discuss a few more important and interesting part of the hotel costing. Let us refer the question first. Calculate room days as usual we are doing, room attendant's salary, lighting and power, and room rent for each class. Dear students, in the area of hotel costing, the most important calculations are: number 1, room days; number 2, room attendant's salary; number 3, lighting and power; and number 4, room rent for each class. If you calculate all these 4 items very clearly, rest of all other items are given in our question in ready-made format. But we need to calculate these 4 items. You cannot say that this question is a full length question, but this question includes all calculative aspects of hotel costing. Let us refer the details. Number of rooms: single bed 100, double bed 80. You can say single bed room or double bed room, single room or double room, or single bed or double bed. Ultimately, it is one in the same. Number of rooms are given to us in first information. Occupancy rate for single bed is 80% and double bed 75%. Room attendant's salary rupees 10 per room per day when occupied. This is most important information for us to calculate room attendant's salary, that is given in number 2 over here. Lighting and power. For single room, amount of lighting cost is rupees 90 per month per room when occupied, and for double room the cost of lighting and power is rupees 150 per month per room when occupied. Informations related to lighting and power for single room and double room are most important information for the calculation of item number 3 of our question, that is lighting and power. Total cost for operating the hotel, except room attendant's salary and lighting and power, 72,94,600. It means in the amount of total cost given over here, rupees 72,94,600, expenses on room attendant's salary and lighting and power does not include. Obviously, if these expenses are included in a total cost, we are not supposed to calculate room attendant salary and lighting and power. But it is not given and it is intentionally not included so as we can calculate room attendant salary and lighting and power using our own logic. The management of the hotel would like to earn 20% profit on gross proceeds, 20% profit on income or revenue, whatever you say, gross proceeds. The weight is given to single bedroom and double bedroom is 2:3. I think all of you have recalled theater costing, in which weightage was given to the different class for the calculation of rate of tickets. Same as theater, we have been given weight for different categories or class of rooms, and we need to calculate room rent for each class using the given weightage. Let us start our calculation with number 1, and it is related to calculation of room days. Calculation of room days is composition of 3 factors: number of rooms multiplied by number of days multiplied by occupancy rate. There are so many variations in the calculation of room days based on season, based on different occupancy rate, and many more. But in this question, it is so simple. Let us calculate for single bed. Number of rooms are 100. Number of working days are not given in our question. So by default, we need to consider 365 days. And occupancy rate for single bed room is 80%. So room days are 29,200 for single bed room. For double bed room, number of rooms are 80. Number of days by default 365. As this information is not available in our question, occupancy rate as given in the question for double bedroom 75%. So room days are 21,900. Room days for single bed 29,200. Room days for double bed 21,900. So total room days for the hotel 51,100. This calculation is not new for all of you, but we need to calculate room days always at first priority, because without calculation of room days, it is not possible to calculate many more items of the question. Let us move towards second and one of the most important items from hotel costing, that is room attendant's salary. Let us understand the role of room attendant. Room attendant is a person who is dedicated to the guest available on the date or on any day in the room. It means we need room attendant when guests are available in the room. When the rooms are vacant, we are not in need of the services of room attendant. So room attendant will be busy in some other work of the hotel. As per the information, salary of room attendant is rupees 10 per room per day when occupied. So in this statement, there are three different conditions involved that we need to understand very clearly. We need to pay rupees 10 per room. We need to pay rupees 10 per day, and we need to pay to the room attendant only in the case when rooms are busy or rooms are occupied by the guest. When rooms are vacant or when nobody is in the room, we are not supposed to pay amount to room attendants. So here three factors are involved. First factor is a room, second factor is day, and third factor is occupancy rate, and we need to calculate our salary accordingly. So for the purpose of calculation of the salary, we need to consider number of rooms, number of days, occupancy rate, and amount of salary. You can check the condition. Number of room is important, number of days are also important, occupancy rate is also important, and we need to pay rupees 10, that is amount of salary. So calculation of room attendant's salary is composition of four different factors. Number of rooms multiplied by number of days multiplied by occupancy rate multiplied by amount of salary. But we need not to worry for this calculation, as we all know that number of rooms multiplied by number of days multiplied by occupancy rate is equal to room days that we have completed just before a few minutes. So you can say the final formula for the calculation of salary is room days. Room days means multiplication of these three variables: number of rooms, number of days, and occupancy rate. So room days multiplied by amount of salary. So for the purpose of the calculation, we will use this formula: room days multiplied by amount of salary. Or you can use the original formula as well, but it is nothing more than repetition of the calculation. So to avoid additional calculations, we are directly using room days multiplied by amount of salary. Now calculate the salary for a single room. 29,200 room days were there, multiplied by rupees 10. 29,200 room days multiplied by rupees 10 is equal to 2,92,000. Double room, 21,900 room days were there, multiplied by salary rupees 10, amount 2,19,000. In this way, the hotel has paid 2,92,000 for serving in single bedroom and 2,19,000 for serving in double bedroom to the room attendants. It means the hotel has paid rupees 5,11,000 in all to the room attendant. I hope all of you are clear for the calculation of room attendant's salary. This is one of the most important calculation from this chapter. After calculation of room attendant's salary, let us move towards equally important calculation from hotel costing. It is related to lighting and power. Check the condition given in the question. And in all the questions of this chapter, same kind of conditions are given. For single bed, rupees 90 per room per month when occupied. For a double bed, the amount is rupees 150 per room per month when occupied. Again, concentrate on the statement. It is based on number of rooms because we need to pay per room. This amount is paid per month and it is payable or it is applicable only in the case when rooms are occupied. To clear your doubt, I would like to explain this thing with a simple understanding. We are in need of lighting and power for the purpose of general lighting or illumination or running air conditioning, air cooler, etc. only when the rooms are occupied. Even this thing is applicable to our home. Suppose we are in the room, we are using our air conditions, lighting, power, fan, whatever it is. But when we are out of the room, it is our habit to switch off everything. It means when rooms are not occupied, we are not in need of any kind of lighting and power. Lighting and power is required only in the case when someone is available in the room. Specifically, nowadays the hotel industry has a different system. When you keep your keys out of the dedicated space, automatically everything is off in the room. So we are not supposed to pay expenses on lighting and power throughout the year. So it is applicable when occupied, and we have occupancy rate as well in our question. Let us use the formula. Again, there are 4 factors in our formula for the calculation of lighting and power. Dear students, don't consider this thing as a formula. This is simply a logic, and this logic is derived from the statement given in the question. Per room, it means we need to consider number of rooms. So our first factor is number of rooms. We need to pay lighting and power charges per month. It means number of months are also important factor for us to calculate the cost incurred on lighting and power. It is also mentioned in the question when occupied. It means occupancy rate is one of the important factor to decide the cost of lighting and power. And at last, rate per month, it is given over here as rupees 90 and rupees 150 for single bed room and double bed room. So this formula is derived from the simple logic. If you focus on the question, specifically statement or sentence given for the calculation of lighting and power, you can calculate this amount very clearly with the help of simple logic. Number of room, number of months, occupancy rate, and rate is given to us in our question. Let us calculate for single bed. Number of rooms 100, number of months 12, occupancy rate is given in our question at 80%, and rate per month for single bed is rupees 90. Simply multiply 100 into 12 into 80% into rupees 90. So you will get figure of lighting and power incurred for the single bed variant of the room. For double bed, same calculation, number of rooms 80, number of months 12, multiplied by occupancy rate as given in the question, multiplied by multiplied by the lighting and power cost for double room 150. So the cost of lighting and power for double bed room 1,08,000. So in this way, the hotel has to pay rupees 1,94,400 rupees on lighting and power throughout the year. Focus on this calculation very clearly. Whatever the things that we need to calculate amount of lighting and power cost is given to us in our question. We need to interpret informations given in the sentence very clearly. I hope everybody is clear with this calculation. Once you calculate salary of room attendant and lighting and power, rest of all other items are very easy in hotel industry. In fact, calculation of room attendant salary and lighting and power are also very easy if you apply logic for the calculation. Let us move towards last and important part, that is related to calculation of room rent. But before calculation of room rent, we need to decide total collection, revenue, or gross proceeds, or fare, whatever it is. As per information available to us in our question, total cost is given as 72,94,600. But this 72,94,600 is given without consideration of the salary of room attendant and lighting and power. So we need to add salary paid to room attendant, 5,11,000, that we have completed just before a few minutes. Lighting and power costing rupees 1,94,400. In this way, we have incurred total cost of rupees 80 lakhs on operating the services of the hotel. As per the information, we need to add profit at the rate of 20% on collection, or you can say gross proceed, or revenue, or fare, or rent. There are so many terms used for this particular item. As we know, direct relationship between sales or income and cost. 20% on collection or revenue equals to 25% on cost. That is rupees 20 lakhs. If you are not clear for this calculation, same as theater, you can use theory of assumption in order to calculate amount of profit. Assuming that total collection is rupees 100. Out of total collection rupees 100, profit at the rate of 20% is rupees 20. So 100 rupees income, 20 rupees profit. So cost equals to 100 minus 20 is equal to 80 rupees. Using this assumption, you can prepare your cross multiplication. When cost is 80, profit is 20. When cost is 80, profit is 20. So when the cost is 80 lakhs rupees, it is given in the table mentioned on your screen, 80 lakhs. So when the cost is 80 lakhs, profit is how much? Simply multiplication of 80 lakhs with 20 and it is divided by 80. 80 lakhs multiplied by 20 divided by 80 resulting into the amount of profit of rupees 20 lakhs. If you are clear for the interrelation of profit with revenue and cost, without wasting a minute, you can calculate 20 lakhs rupees directly. But if you are not clear for this direct calculation, you can use the theory of assumption. Choice is yours. You can apply any ways to calculate the amount of profit. Ultimately, it is remain same. So total collection of the hotel is rupees 1 crore. 80 lakhs rupees for total cost and 20 lakhs rupees for profit. So total collection of the hotel is rupees 1 crore. Let us move towards last item, that is related to calculation of room rent. In this question, we have two types of rooms. First, single room, or you can say single bedroom, and a second, that is double room or double bed room. As per information given to us in the last line of the question, weightage is given to both the classes are 2:3. We have discussed these kind of calculation at the time of discussion of the problems related to theater many a times. So weightage 2:3 representing the amount of rent to be recovered from the guest hiring single room and double room. As we know, the weightage only, not the rent, because we need to calculate room rent using our own ideas. So we have assumed that room rent is 2x for single room and 3x for double room. In mathematics, it is popularly referred to as x when we are not knowing any number. So we don't know the actual rent. So we have assumed as x, 2x and 3x. Based on these assumption, let us calculate room rent. For single room, there are 29,200 room days. that we have already computed earlier. multiplied by the rate 2x as assumed over here. 29,200 multiplied by 2x. So total collection from the single room is 58,400x. From double room, the hotel has collected 65,700x rupees using the room days 21,900 at the rate of 3x assumed over here. So 21,900 multiplied by 3x equals to 65,700x. In this way, the hotel has collected rupees 1,24,100x throughout the year from single room variant and double room variant. Let us calculate the final answer of our question. For the purpose of this calculation, we are in need of the figure of total collection actual. You can refer this calculation in order to derive the figure of rupees 1 crore, total collection in actual 1 crore, and total collection based on assumed rate is rupees 1,24,100x. You can refer earlier calculation. For this amount of rupees 1,24,100x. As we know that both these items are equal because both these items are referred to as total collection. So amount of 1 crores equal to 1,24,100x. When you compare these two factors, 1,24,100 shifted to the opposite side and x equals to 1 crore divided by 1,24,100. So division of 1 crore by 1,24,100 results into rupees 80.58. So we can say that the value of x is rupees 80.58. Now using this x equals to rupees 80.58, we need to calculate room rent. For the purpose of calculation of a room rent, we need to again follow the assumed rate. Assumed rate for single room is 2x and a double room is 3x. So using this figure of 2x and 3x, we can calculate room rent. For single room, we have assumed as 2x. X is equal to 80.58 multiplied by 2 equals to rupees 161.16. And for a double room, the rent is 3x. X equals to rupees 80.58 multiplied by 3. So 80.58 multiplied by 3 resulting into the amount of rupees 241.74. So we can say that room rent for a single room is rupees 161.16 per day, and for a double room it is rupees 241.74 per day. This is our final answer. So once this answer is 100% perfect, you can score full marks in the examination. So do it very properly, very sincerely, and dedicatedly. It is very easy and based on simple logic. So always try to solve problem with the logic, not only with the formula. I hope everybody is clear with the solution of this problem, right from determination of room days to the room rent. Revise these question twice or thrice, because this question includes all important aspect of hotel costing. So once you are clear for this calculation, you will be much confident on this particular topic. Thank you. God bless you. Keep learning, keep growing. See you in next virtual class.